What's going on, you guys? I'm as always Mr. Grimreaper 2 with the one and only Dark Knight 97, and welcome everybody again to another edition of Back in Time. Now we're going to go back to 1988, the year I was born, and we're going to talk about the 1988 classic film Big. Now this film was directed by the late Penny Marshall. This movie stars Tom Hanks, Elizabeth Perkins, Robert Loggia, and John Hurd. And as always, we're gonna go through the plot and stuff like that. So yeah, and yeah, we're gonna talk about this movie. So yeah. Oh yeah. Also to tell you that, also to say as well. Robert Loggia, who is not around anymore, he passed away.
Yes.
At least I think he did. Let me see. Hold on.
Yes, he did. He died in 2015. And also, John Hurd also passed away in 2017. This is a memory of these two gentlemen. Now, John Hurd, you know by the name, if you're familiar with the movie Home Alone 1 and 2, he was the father in Home Alone, FYI.
Yeah, also, I want to give, also I want to say that Penny Marshall, we talked about Penny Marshall as well, who also passed away, along with her brother, yeah, I will put something over, I will put a memorial, to these great legends, at the beginning of this video. So right now we're gonna go through the plot, and then we're gonna have a discussion about it right afterwards. So here we go. 13-year-old Josh Baskin, played by David Mascal, who lives with his parents and an infant his sister Rachel in Cliffside Park, New Jersey, is told that he is too short for a carnival ride called the Super Loops. While attempting to impress Cynthia Benson, an older girl, he inserts a coin in an unusual antique arcade fortune teller machine called Zoltar, and makes a wish to be big. It dispenses a card stating your wish is granted. But Josh is spooked when he notices that it has been unplugged the entire time. The next morning, Josh has suddenly grown into a full-fledged adult, who is now played by Tom Hanks.
Yep.
He tries to find the Zoltar machine, only to see an empty field. The carnival having moved on. Returning home, he tries to explain his predicament to his mother, who refuses to listen and then threatens him, thinking he is a stranger who has kidnapped her son. You're wrong, lady.
For real.
Fleeing from her, he then finds his best friend, Billy, and convinces him of his identity by singing a rap which only they know. With Billy's help, he learns that it will take at least 6 weeks to find the Zoltar machine again, so Josh rents a flop house room in New York City and gets a job as a data entry clerk at the Macmillan Toy Company. Josh meets the owner, Mr. Macmillan, at FAO Schwartz, and impresses him with his insight into current toys and his childlike enthusiasm. They play a duet on a foot-operated electronic keyboard, performing Heart and Soul and Chopsticks. If you don't know this scene, you're dumb as hell. Because, hold on, dude. Fucking Amber Alerts.
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I had turned that off on my phone. They didn't bother me, but
Okay, where?
Alright. Okay, so chopsticks right here.
McMillan invites Josh to a massive marketing campaign pitch meeting with the senior executives. Unimpressed with the toy, Josh shocks and challenges the executives with a simple declaration that the toy is not fun. And while his follow-up suggestions invigorate the team for new ideas, he earns the animosity of Paul Davenport, the pitch's leader. Pleased, Mr. McMillan promotes Josh to his dream job, getting paid to test toys as a vice president in charge of product development. With the promotion, his larger salary enables him to move into a spacious luxury apartment, which he and Billy fill with toys. A rigged Pepsi vending machine that dispenses free drinks, and a pinball machine. He soon attracts the attention of Susan Lawrence, a fellow McMillan executive. A romance begins to develop, much to the dismay of her ruthless former boyfriend and co-worker Davenport, who is an asshole in this movie, by the way.
Right, yes.
Josh becomes increasingly entwined in his adult life by spending time with her, mingling with her friends, and being in a steady relationship. His ideas become valuable assets to McMillan Toys. However, he begins to forget what it is like to be a child, and his tight schedule now means that he never has time to hang out with his best friend Billy. Poor dude. McMillan asks Josh to come up with proposals for a new line of toys. He is intimidated by the need to formulate the business aspect of the proposal, but Susan says that she will handle the business end while he comes up with the ideas. Nevertheless, he feels pressured and longs for his old life. When he expresses doubts to Susan and attempts to explain that he really is a child, she interprets this as fear of commitment on his part and dismisses his explanation. Really? You mean you're not going to listen to what he has to say? You're just going to blow him off? Wow. Anyway. Josh learns from Billy that the Zoltar machine is now at Sea Point Park. He leaves in the middle of presenting the proposal to McMillan and other executives. Susan also leaves and encounters Billy, who tells her where Josh went. At the park, Josh finds the machine, unplugs it, and makes a wish to become a kid again. He is then confronted by Susan, who, seeing the machine and the fortune it has given him, realizes that he was telling the truth. She becomes despondent at realizing that a relationship is ending. He tells her that she was the one thing about his adult life that he wishes would not end, and suggests that she used the machine to wish herself younger. She declines, saying that being a child once was enough, and takes him home. After sharing an emotional goodbye with Susan, he becomes a child again. He says goodbye to Susan one last time before reuniting with his family. The film ends with Josh and Billy hanging out together as the song Heart and Soul plays over the credits, thus ending the movie big.
Yes.
Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about Susan real quick.
Sure.
Why in the blue fucking hell would you dismiss him? You know what I mean? Like his explanation. He's telling you the truth.
Yeah, of course.
That he's really a kid.
Yes. He's really a kid that made a wish, and next thing you know, magically he turned into adult the next morning. So, yeah, that's the true story. He wouldn't lie.
Doesn't make any sense, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
But anyway,
At all.
I thought this movie was really good. I love Big. Especially everybody talks about the chopstick scene.
The scene, yes, that was entertaining. Honestly, that was a really entertaining scene.
I would love, man. I wish we were living in New York City, dude. I wish we were living in New York because we could go to FAO Schwartz, which is still around in 2020. Ain't that some shit?
Yes. Yes.
It is a. If you don't know what FAO Schwartz is, it's this big ass mall in New York City. And the one thing that mall is known for is that big ass piano.
Yes.
Where you can step on the keys and you can make your own song or whatever.
Yes.
I love the part where him and Robert Loggia, who plays McMillan in the movie, they do a rendition of Heart and Soul, and then they play Chopsticks. That scene, when I was a kid, I couldn't stop myself from laughing because that shit was so fucking good. I like that scene so much, and that scene comes up a lot. Trust me.
Yes.
But what did you think? What did you think of the film Big, man?
I thought it was good. I mean, here is this kid who, wish all he wanted to do was get on a ride. Come on, he wanted to get on, but they said he was too short. And really, that sucks. That the fact that he was called a ride, that kind of sucks. All he wanted to do was be, a bit taller. He was to be big, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say it worked a little too well, And he comes an adult, but and again, basically you said an adult was acting like a kid. I mean, he goes into works for this toy company business with no experience whatsoever. I might add, no experience whatsoever, because you have to learn experience working in business. You have to, when you get older, you are learning the aspects of what it is to own a business and how it works. But he was just a kid and an adult kid and act like a kid who, like I said, with none whatsoever, no experience necessary to work at a toy company. But anyway, I thought it was good. I enjoyed that movie a lot. I remember back when I was in school, we kind of watched this. At one point, I watched this in school. Anyway, but it was great. I'll watch it again if I have to. And if y'all haven't seen it, guys, y'all need to watch it. Please don't live in the rock like I was. Watch it. It's good. It's good.
I'm gonna tell you what. I gotta give this a 10 out of 10 too. This movie was good. This movie is heartfelt. This movie is so freaking good and awesome. Tom Hanks did a really good job yet again in this film, with the direction of the late Penny Marshall. It is a good movie, so freaking good, man. But I want to see if I kind of want to know what it would be like if Tom Hanks had a kid.
Yeah.
And this shit went full circle.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to see a remake or a sequel to this movie.
What is?
With Tom Hanks as an older Josh, who has his own kid, who has his own son, And I want to see how the son deals with being grown up in 2020.
Exactly. Like, what would happen if... Exactly. I mean, Grim made a good point. What if that was to be? I wouldn't see that. What if, yeah, he's now grown up and had a kid, whatever, and his son goes through the exact same thing? How would that be? I paid to see that. Him and I would pay to see that. Yeah.
I would love to see a sequel to this movie, even though it's been so many years. It's been 32 fucking years.
No. Come on.
It's been 32 years. Make a sequel, for God's sakes, and bring back I know you can't bring back Robert Loggia, John Hurd, and Penny Marshall, but it would be a perfect idea to. I wonder what it would be like. But I really hope that if they do decide to make another big movie, that would be so great. I'd be laughing my ass off the whole way.
Same here.
But yeah, let us know in the comment section what y'all guys think. Y'all think there should be a sequel to this movie? Let us know in the comment section down below. That's going to be it for us tonight. As far as everything else goes, we got 2 more. Coming up is the next movie that we're going to talk about, Toy Story. So, yeah. I am as always Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight 987, and we'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.